very warm welcome to what is sure to be another very special Harcourts Rata and Co auctioneer number 75 Jasmine Drive in Mill Park. My name is Robert Ozzimo. I proudly represent the company of Harcourts Rata and Co, and I'm joined here today by some of my award-winning colleagues in blue. Should you require their advice, please feel free to approach either Rob, Andrew, Con, Julian, Bal, Leon, and of course Mr. Jim Vlahos and Annie Cargorski, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of becoming acquainted with throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you now the following announcements which are in place to help you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property's been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price. As the auctioneer, I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for a 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in a flexible 60 to 90 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, quite a straightforward contract. Everything is in there. Everything is quite clear. So buyers, is with my highest recommendation what we offer for your consideration and competition here today. Judging by the crowd, it's safe to say that the market in 2025 is red hot. And that's what we see week on week. The market continues to grow in strength, and no more so than here in the heart of Mill Park, where we've got access to a wonderful array of infrastructure which underpins that capital growth. Easy access to a plethora of parkland not far away at all from multiple shopping options, and of course easy access to good quality schools, both primary and secondary, all within easy reach of where we find ourselves today. Add to that a great family home, a free-flowing floor plan, plenty of space. Here in this family location, what you have is the perfect family package for you to bid and buy today. So if that is your goal, to secure your family's next move and to get that sold sticker up on that board, right now, buyers, is your time to reserve that right. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for 75 Jasmine Drive? Who'd like to start us off, buyers? I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. I don't mind the call at all. Who'd like to start us off now? If you're here to buy, this is your moment. This is your time. I've had my say. Time for you to have yours. Very reasonable vendors here today, a reasonable reserve price in the bid to get the property done, to get the job sold, to get the house sold, rather, the job done. At 700,000, fairly been offered now at 700,000. At 700 now. At 700,000, fairly been offered. Bids behind at 7. At 700,000, a little bit light on at 7. At 700,000 now. At 700,000, I'll entertain 25 in the rise at 700 the bid, and got to be 725. At 700,000, even money now once. At 700,000, are we done? At 700,000 twice. At 700, are we done? 25, ma'am, at 725. Welcome, best of luck at 25. Got to be 50 now, sir. At 725,000, the bid's back there, looking for 50 in the rise. At 725,000, one bid, not enough here today. Got to be 50 now. At 750, and welcome back. At 750,000 and 75 the call. At 750,000 behind, opportunity front at 50 there. At 750. At 7.5 now. At 750 the bid, fairly been offered here at 750. First call at 750,000, done at 75, and welcome now. At 775. At 775,000, round me off to 8, sir. At 775,000, bid there, cross the road, fresh bid in, 3 in it now. At 775,000, can I say? At 775, I'm at, sir. At 775, got to be 800. Can I say 800? At 775,000, fairly been offered. First call at 775, done. Twice at 800,000, ma'am. Even money at that. Welcome back at 800,000 now. At 800, don't let it scare you off. It's just a round number. At 800,000, fairly been offered now. Bids in front, opportunity behind. At 825 now. At 825 the bid. At 825. At 825,000. I don't know why I thought the next bid would start with a 7, given that we're at 8. At 825,000, bid behind now. 50 if you like. At 825 now. At 8 1/4. At 825,000. I'm taking 25, so I'll take 10 if it helps. Can I say 35? At 35, at 835, welcome back at 35. And the same courtesy if you like at 10. At 835,000 now, make it 45, but 50 is better. At 835 the bid. At 835,000, bid there behind, opportunity in front. At 835 now, once at 835,000, done. Twice at 835 the bid. Done and finished at 45 and welcome back at 45. At 845,000, bid there now at 45. At 845,000, fairly been offered now. At 845,000, I'll take a short of my stride, get you back involved for 5 and welcome you back on that. At 850,000. At 850,000, back to square numbers now at 850. At 850,000, the bid's there, 850 the bid. At 55 now. At 855,000, small bids help the competition come along, so big bids buy property. 855 the bid. At 60 now, at 860, welcome sir and best of luck at 860. At 860 the bid. At 860,000. At 860,000 once at 860, done. Twice at 860, done and finished. Third, final call at 65 now and 70. At 870,000, the quick retort. At 870,000, now's not the moment for doubt, man, because we're on the market and selling. At 870,000, the bid's there. If you've come to buy, you must bid me now or forever hold your peace. I don't know which one I heard first. I heard it back here first, Ange, at 875 and 80 now. Resolve the dispute at 880,000. At 880,000, as I was saying, if you've come to buy, you must bid me now. At 85 now on the phone with Jim at 885. At 885 and 90. At 890,000. How about 900 in the rise, sir? At 890,000, fairly been offered now. 890 the bid. We're on the market. We play for keeps. 895 now. At 895 and 900, even money at that. At 90, 905 now. At 905 the bid. At 905,000, fairly been offered. As I was saying, we're on the market, we sell. I'm not going inside. I'm not asking for instructions. My instructions have been sought. They have been given. They are to sell. 910. At 910 now. At 910,015. At 915,000, we're on the market and selling. We play for keeps at 20 now. At $920,000 a bid and 25. At 9 1/4. At 925 the bid. Bid there at 30 got now. At 930,000 at 40. At 940,000, a bigger bid at that. 5 with fire. Give me 10 on top. At 45 now. 945. At 945 and 50 got now. 950. At 9.5. At 950 the bid. At 950,000, bids there, keys are there, we're on the market, we sell at 950 now. First call at 950, all done. Twice at 950, done. Finished. At 51, welcome back at 51. At 951,000. At 951,000, we done over here, sir? At 951? We're definitely done. Thank you for your bid here today. At 52? Did you have 52 there? 952, or you with Jim's buy at 52. With your buy, Jim, at 52. At 952 the bid. At 952,000. You got the competition down to $1,000 bids, man. Cause for optimism. Best response to a small bid is always a big bid. At 952 now. At 952,000. Fairly been offered. We are playing for keeps here today. At 55, and that's a better bid. At 955 the bid. At 955,000. Bid back there. So we done over there. At 955. Still considering your position. At 955,000 done. Thank you for your bidding here today. At 955 the bid. At $955,000 a bid. First call at 955. Are we done? Second call at 950. At 60, and welcome back at 60 now. At 960,000. That was a bit more of a laboured bid, man. At 960,000. This might be the time to pull out the big guns. Give me a big bid. One last roll of the dice. 60, the bid's there on the phone. Keys are with them. At 960,000. We're on the market and selling here today. At 960,000. If you've come to buy, you must show me now. You must dig deep right here, right now. At 960. Bids there. Keys are there. We sell. Once at 960 done. At 1 now at 961. At 961,000. At 961,000, fairly been offered now at 961 the bid. Bid's back there. Let you do your work your magic on the phone, Jim, but let me know we're about to sell. At 961,000. At 961 the bid now, fairly been offered. We're done on the phone there over there, Con. At 961, definitely done. Thank them for their bidding here today. At 961. At 961,000, bids there with Andrew at 961 the bid. First call at 961,000. All done. Second call at 961. Done. Finished. Third. Final call at 2 now, 962. At 962,000, we're back there at 962. At 962,000. At 962 on the phone with Jim, so we're definitely done here. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. At 962,000. Bids there, keys are there at 962. We're definitely done over there. Thank you once more at 962,000. At 962 the bid. Watch your car there, Mark. At 962. Winner out, man. You still with me? 962. Now's the time to dig deep. At 63, and welcome back at 63. At 63, and we're back there, Jim. At 963. At $963,000 a bid. At 963,000, fairly been offered. As I said, we do sell here today. We play for keeps. The bid is there. The keys are there. We're selling at 5 now, 965. At 965,000. At 965,000, fairly been offered now at 965 the bid. At 965,000 on the market, selling, play for keeps at 965. No second chances here today. Once we announce the property is sold, it's gone. At 965 the bid. At 965,000 once. At 965 done. Twice. At 965,000 done. Finished. Third. Final call at 900. You seem almost as excited as me, ma'am, to sell it. At 965,000. Third. Final call at 965,000, all done, all finished, all silent and out at 965. I want to give you one last chance to get involved, to grab those keys, maybe for good. You're definitely done. You gave it your absolute best shot. You can walk away with confidence knowing that you gave it your best shot. Fair enough at 965,000. Thank you for your spirit of being here today. I hope we enjoy success next time we meet at 965. Bids there, keys are there. Everyone tells me they're out. First call at 965, all done. Second call at 965, done. Finish. Third, final call, 965,000, all done, all finished. Silent and out at 965. We're selling, selling, selling. Do you want to say it with me? Do you want to say it with me?
No.
Ready?
Yes.
Say on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
One.
Sold. We're going to say sold, man. Sold. Sold. Well done. Congratulations to our bidder. Great bidding. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts, Rata & Co auction. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.